Since the COVID-19 pandemic started, healthcare providers have been on the front lines helping people who test positive.
Today, Senator John Thune sat down with some of those medical workers in Mitchell to get an idea of what they're dealing with daily. KELOLAND's Sarah McDonald shares some of those challenges, especially when it comes to reaching rural areas.
It's been an exhausting and scary few months for medical staff throughout South Dakota due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, medical professionals sat down with Senator John Thune and Avera Queen of Peace administrators to discuss some of the challenges they face each day. Telehealth was one of the biggest topics.
We have seen tremendous growth in telemedicine during the pandemic, and Avera has one of the most robust telemed systems in the world, and we have seen exponential growth during this time.
The key to that is making sure that those services are reimbursed, which is being done now, but what we want to try and do is make sure that that is extended, because we talked about how healthcare delivery and the model of caring for people in rural areas in particular is changing, and telehealth is becoming much more valuable as a component in dealing with that.
Kids and teachers going back to school was another big issue during today's discussion. Senator Thune says testing is important.
I am a big believer that we need massive amounts of tests until we have a vaccine. If we're going to open successfully, particularly schools, if there's one thing that the federal government can do, it's to help support the efforts that are being made at the state level and with our healthcare providers to ensure that we have, the adequate number of tests out there.
He said medical providers have been offering guidance to help get kids back in school.
This was an opportunity for me to hear firsthand from the people who are on the front lines dealing with the healthcare challenges we face across South Dakota.
Now he'll take that information back to Washington. In Mitchell, Sarah McDonald, KELOLAND News.
Senator Thune says they also discussed the workforce and how to get more people trained in essential fields.